Hi, hello and welcome back to F1 Challenge VB. My name is Mephisto and our epic journey through the history of Formula 1 continues today with the 8th round of the 1954 season, the Italian Grand Prix. It was held on the 5th of September, it had 21 entries, with 20 of them taking part in the race, and there were 9 retirements. The race consisted of 80 laps completed in 2 hours, 47 minutes and 48 seconds. Fangio started from pole, with Ascari in second, Moss third, Kling fourth, and Gonzalez started from fifth. The race was won by Juan Manuel Fangio. Hawthorne came home in second, he was a full lap behind the leader. Umberto Maglioli relinquished his car to Gonzalez, who crossed the line in third position, he was 2 laps down. Hans Hermann finished in fourth, he was 3 laps adrift, whilst Trintignant took the 5th spot and was 5 laps behind the leader. Gonzalez posted the fastest time on only the second lap of the race, and the lap time was a 2 minute 0.8 second lap time. We're back in Italy at the fantastic Monza Circuit, and the lap starts off with a very long run down into turn 1, a medium speed right-hander. Careful not to go too wide through here. Next is Roggia, a very dangerous left-hand kink that goes up a small inclination, but it's enough to throw your car in the air, so mind your speed. Follows are the Lesmos, 2 medium speed right-handers. Watch your speed as you exit the second corner, as it is quite bumpy and it might catch you off guard. Next we come into Curva Via Leone, a high-speed left-hander. Once again, watch your speed as you don't want to go too wide. Finally, we come into the last 2 corners of the track. Brake hard for the first right-hander, a quick burst of power into the second 90-degree corner, which brings us around back onto this very long straight, and that is a lap around the Temple of Speed. So here we are in qualifying for the Italian Grand Prix as we come around to post our first lap, a 1 minute 50.2 second lap. Not a good lap, but we are actually closer to pole position than we've ever been the entire season, so I'm having a good feeling about this. And next we set a 150.02, that's 0.2 of a second faster. Unfortunately that's not too much of an improvement, but given our overall pole time, I think we can do quite well in this race today. And here are the previous Italian Grand Prix winners. As we can see, Andy has won quite a few of them, 3 out of the 4 Italian Grand Prix we've been to so far, so that's pretty nice. As we now take a look at the grid walk, we have Gonzalez on pole, Trintignant second, Juan Manuel Fangio third, Mike Hawthorne 4th, Sterling Moss 5th, 6th is Luigi Musso, in 7th we have Hans Hermann, Luigi Villoresi is 8th, 9th is Prince Bira, 10th is Onofre Marimon, and then in 11th we have Roberto Mieres in the Maserati, followed by Sergio Mantovani in the other Maserati in 12th, Farina 13th, 14th is held by Robert Manzon, Andy Higgs qualifies in 15th, not bad but not good either. 16th is Eli Baiol, 17th Umberto Maglioli, Ascari is down in 18th unfortunately for him, André Pilet is 19th, and Jean Behra starting from 20th on the grid. So the Italian Grand Prix, I'm having high hopes for this race. There are a lot of long straights, so it should play into the Mercedes' advantage of, well, straight line speed. And as you can see, we are back in the W196 Streamliner, and this is actually something that happened as we see someone crashing there. Mercedes decided to use the Streamliner for the advantage of, well, downforce the car provided, as we now come into turn 1 and we are already up in 18th with Luigi Musso out of the race, and that is Fangio, one of our teammates, and I can also see Hermann, so both our teammates out of the race in the first corner, so not a very good start for Mercedes. Hopefully we can go on and, even if we don't win, at least score a couple of points. We haven't scored too many, only 4 I believe the entire season, but here we have another look at the start. A bit of a slow start on my end, but I was trying to be cautious as we see one of the cars roll around. That's actually Onofre Marimon, but we know that in real life he actually died in the German Grand Prix, so we don't count him. And there is another Maserati who is lost control of the car and crashed, lost his front right or left. It was actually Luigi Musso, who we see right now, who was swerving all around the circuit and finally lost control of the car, crashed into the hay bales and lost his front left. This is Gonzalez coming around and crashing his car into the hay bales, losing his rear left. Next we see Fangio driving straight into the fence and losing his front right. That was Herman crashing into Fangio, who also lost his a wheel. Next we have Behra, who crashes into the number 10 Ferrari and loses his front right wheel. And finally we have Eli Bayol, who is coming around and kind of gets stuck in the hay bales, and the AA comes around to help him, shove him further in there so he cannot escape. So quite a hectic first lap here as we come around the final corner here, and we see a couple of cars lost control there, and we move up into third position, maybe even second if we can overtake Mantovani. Yes, we take second. Villoresi is currently leading the race, so very well done for him. This is lap 2 now, and we are still chasing after Luigi Villoresi, who is slowly pulling away, interestingly enough. 39 is behind us about 6 seconds, and we see Mantovani doing the same as Fangio, driving straight into the fence and losing both of his front wheels. This is Robert Manzon, who loses control of the car as he tried to overtake the number 10, his teammate, and crashed his car, so he is out. And next we have Alberto Ascari, who loses control and crashes as well. So quite a few retirements in only the first couple of laps here, which is quite interesting. Well, not unseen in this series, but interesting nevertheless. We're still chasing after Luigi Villoresi, who is pulling away quite significantly now. Nino Farina is about 20 seconds behind as well, so that's something. And we see the number 22 Maserati losing control of the car, crashing and losing its front right wheel. I don't actually know who it is, I forgot to put a label on there. So lap 4, and we are coming around to lap 1 of the Simcas, the number 15 Simca, and apparently we cannot, as we now take a look at Mike Hawthorne, who is coming through I think Lesmo, and loses control of the car, crashes and loses his wheel. And this is Maurice Trintignant, who is coming into the final 2 corners. This is turn 1 of the Curva Sud. He lost control of the car and kind of got confused there, I guess. But we're still chasing after Luigi Villoresi. He's now 40 seconds up the road. Prince Bira has caught up to us. He's about 12.5 seconds behind us, so we'll need to look out for him as we come around to start lap 5, and Luigi Villoresi is out of the Italian Grand Prix, which means we take the lead of the race. This is the first time this season we've been leading any race, so this is very, very nice to see. And we see Luigi Villoresi there coming around, hits the Ferrari and crashes out of the race. So this is big news for us, but unfortunately Prince Bira seems to be catching up on us even on the straights. I'm not sure how, but it seems that his Maserati is faster than our Mercedes, which is quite interesting. So we need to look out for that as well, as we are now on lap 6, and we see Nino Farina here coming through the Lesmos, losing control of his car. He then tries to get back into the race, although I don't know why he's trying to drive into the hay bales. He turns around and crashes into the other hay bales, losing both his front wheels. So that is it for Nino Farina, and I'm not sure, I think there are only 5 or 6 more people left in the race at this point, and it's still very, very early on. Now, towards the end of lap 6, Bira was right in front of me, and I stepped on the gas out of the corner, trying to accelerate as fast as I could. However, I used a bit too much throttle, my wheel spun the car, and lost first position, unfortunately. So we are now down in second, and on lap 2, Prince Bira is already 22 seconds up in front, as we now take a look at Pilet, who comes into Curva Grande, loses well, kind of flips his car from the momentum, I'm guessing, and that is the end of his race. And Prince Bira is continuing to increase the gap on us. Sterling Moss is slowly catching up as well, so we need to be careful of that. And this is lap 12 as I come into the penultimate corner here. Slow down, very, very slow, easily. And seriously? My front left just broke. How did that why? How? What? I really have no idea what happened there. Okay, so here is a replay. I'm coming into the penultimate corner. Okay, that's what happened. I locked up. Unfortunately, I was braking a bit too hard out of concern not to crash, and unfortunately I managed to lock up my wheels, and that sent me into this chain link fence, which is the strongest chain link fence in the world, and broke my front left wheel in a cover wheeled car. So that's quite interesting, as we're now looking at the man of the hour, Prince Bira, who comes around to take his, I don't know, second or third victory of the season. He also posted the fastest lap with Moss in second and Umberto Maglioli finishing in third. So all Italians up in the points, and here are the retirements. Unfortunately, we are on this list, which is not all that great, but what can I say? Not a good race for Andy. I was hoping for a lot better, but oh well, I guess you cannot have them all. Unfortunately, we haven't had much in this season, so we only have one more race, so we cannot expect for too much. But anyway, here are the career statistics, and this was Andy Higgs's 41st Grand Prix. His best start is from first with 2 pole positions, has posted 8 fastest laps. His best finishes in first. He has completed 25 races, 23 of them in the points, has won 13 races, 2 of them at the Indianapolis 500, has 3 championships under his belt, has scored a total of 149 points, has retired 16 times, has experienced 817 out of 1109 laps, has 5 bronze trophies, 2 silver trophies, 13 gold trophies, and as an extension 13 podiums. And now here we have a quick look at the championship standings. Alberto Ascari is still in the lead with Prince Bira in second, Jean Behra third, Umberto Maglioli fourth, and Robert Manzo in fifth. And everyone scored points all the way down to 16th place, which is held by Maurice Saint-Aignan, and we are in 15th. So Ascari has to look out and be very careful, because Prince Bira could potentially win the championship. Well, actually, looking at the results, maybe not, who knows. We'll have to see how the Spanish Grand Prix goes. So this is going to be a very tight championship for Ascari and Bira, so we'll have to see what will happen in the final round of the season. Anyways guys, that is it from this video. Not much to say really. The season hasn't been going very well for us. We've retired 5 times in this season, so, and only scored 4 points, so not very good. So, but anyway, again, that is it from this video. Don't forget to vote for next season's team, link is in the description. I've also started a second channel where I will be playing all sorts of different games. Right now I'm doing a playthrough of the first Need for Speed Underground. So if you're interested in that, there is a link in the description to that as well. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and as always, stay sharp.